Anyways, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's going to be fun, it's going to be different, and I'm pretty sure everybody will like it. Здравствуйте, друзья! Я сегодня в очень хорошем настроении, потому что у нас появилось солнце. Весна наконец-то пришла, на улице тепло, на улице солнце светет, птички поют. So I'm gonna do the rest of the video in English only because I think it will be easier for you guys to watch it, and I don't want to do subtitles. We installed the floors in this van the last 2 days. Look, check them out. Beautiful, beautiful floors. I love it. Yeah, so we did the floors. It was a lot of fun, but it was also a lot of work. Next step is walls and paneling. That's the plan for today, but before we start on that, I want to show you guys something. Check this out. What we're gonna do is I'm just gonna answer some of your questions that you answered in the comments, and yeah, we're just gonna talk. So let's start with some questions. I'm gonna go as quick as possible because I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm only gonna answer a couple questions. First question comes from Andrew's Life in a Tiny Van, and he asked, why did you decide to leave Russia and come to America? There is a lot of reasons why I decided to come, but the biggest reason is that I love traveling. I spent my childhood traveling. Every summer, me and my family would go to different countries for a vacation. We've been to Turkey, Egypt, Spain, Italy, you name it. We've been all over the place, and I loved it. I really did. So I always wanted to travel and see as much as I can. After my mom passed away, that's when it really hit me that that's what I want to do. Once she passed away, I realized that life is short and you might as well live it and enjoy it. So that's what I set out to do. It was pretty much my goal, my dream to travel. And that's one of my big dreams. I think that each person has like big dreams and small dreams. And big dreams are these huge things that impact your life to the biggest. So, you know, choosing the lifestyle you want to live, working, you know, in the career you want to, getting married and having a kid. Those are big dreams, and those dreams are a lot harder to give up on. And then there are small dreams, such as, you know, building a bed against the back door so you can open the back doors and enjoy the view, or you know, making some YouTube videos, or I don't know, smaller dreams. And those dreams are easier to give up on, or easier to kind of move away from to make time for other things. However, those small dreams make up who you are. They kind of you know, they make you unique from other people. Like the big dreams, there is a lot of people who have the same dreams, such as getting married or having a kid or working in I don't know, real estate, you know, business. Though a lot of people share a lot of big dreams. However, those small dreams define who you really are. So traveling and living my life that way by traveling is one of my big dreams that I will never give up. And I also have a lot of small dreams that define on who I am. Anyways, way off topic. But yeah, that's why I decided to move. And then once I got to US, I got to Seattle first, and I fell in love with it. So I decided to stay. I came to Seattle as a tourist, and yeah, I loved it so much I didn't want to leave. So yeah, but I do go back home. I try to go back at least once a year to go see my family because my whole family is there. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I decided to move. Next question comes from the Sweet Florida guy, one. He asked, can you show us your tattoos in another video? Yes, I will show you my tattoos right now. He asked me, tell us the difference between US and Russia life. And I also had a question from as Arizona Cactus Flower 1, and she asked culture difference between Russia and US, and then comparing my younger pictures. I'm not gonna incorporate my younger pictures in this video, but those two questions are kind of similar, so I'm gonna answer them here together. The biggest differences, I mean, there is a lot of differences, whole two different cultures, different countries. The things that I noticed first when I moved here were people, let's say the first thing I noticed was people not taking off their shoes when they get in the house. I know not everybody does it, but for the people that I've met and the houses I've been to, I've noticed that people typically don't take off their shoes they get in the house. They just wear the shoes inside the house, where in Russia, you always take off your shoes when you get home. It's just what you do. That way you don't drag the dirt from outside. And the big reason for that as well, because in Russia in winter time it snows, and in the springtime the snow melts and it gets very muddy and dirty, so you definitely don't want to bring that inside the house. But even in the summertime you always take off your shoes. That's one of the differences. Another difference that to me seemed the weirdest was, I remember walking down the street and people would smile at me or even say hello. If you look them in the eye, they will smile and say hello. Where in Russia you just don't do that. I grew up in Moscow, which is gigantic city, it's the capital of Russia, very fast-paced city, kind of like New York, very similar to New York. And people usually just look down and walk super fast to get to where they're going. Looking at each other and smiling and saying hello is not a thing. So when I first moved to the United States and I saw that people walking a little bit slower and if you do happen to catch the eye contact between two of you, people would smile at you and say hello or nod or something like that. And then to me, it just seemed super weird. Sometimes I do it now. For the most part, I don't. A lot of people think that I look kind of mean because I don't smile often when I'm walking down the street, but when I am walking somewhere, I'm trying to get to a place. So, yeah, I think those are like the first two things I noticed, but there's so many more, and if I do go into detail, this video is going to be like 2 hours long. If you want to know more, please let me know in the comments below, and I will either mention it in another video or just answer your questions in the comments. But yeah, those two are the first things that I've noticed when I first moved here. And the last question I'm gonna answer comes from, where is it? John Peacock, and he asked me, what do you like most about Jed? It's a hard question because there's so many things I like about him. And if I do talk about all of them, this video is gonna get even longer, but I think the two things that I like the most about him is, number one, that he's very straightforward and honest. He's not around the bush. He's not gonna drop hints. He is gonna tell you exactly how it is or how he feels, and try to come up with a solution how we can fix it. And I love that because I need that. I'm not good at picking up hints. I'm not good at like playing those mind games. I need people to be very straightforward with me and tell me how it is. whether it's good or bad, if I'm doing something right or wrong, because I'm not gonna be able to pick up on the hints. So I love that about him. And when I am straightforward with him, he doesn't get offended, which I love, because a lot of people that I've met here were getting offended or kind of hurt when I would be very straightforward with them. And I think that's another cultural difference between Russia and America, is people in Russia are very straightforward, where here people are not as straightforward. And then the second thing I love about him is that he makes me happy. He really does. He makes me laugh all the time, and I love that. Every time I look at him, he just puts a smile on my face. And if I am having a bad day, I'm feeling kind of down, he knows exactly what to do to make it better, whether it's give me some space or say some nice things to me or just listen to me. He is very caring, and because of that, he makes me happy, and he always knows how to make me laugh. So those two things is probably the ones I like the most about him, but there's so many more. There's so many more things. So I don't want to rumble and spend 20 minutes talking about it. But yeah, those are the questions I have for today. If you have more questions, or if you want me to do a full-on Q&A, please let me know in the comments below, and I will try to get it done. I don't think I will be doing Q&A every week, but I like the idea of doing Q&A once a month, or once I get enough questions, to kind of break up the video, so they're not all about building or traveling. That way it's going to be a little bit more personal, one-on-one kind of video. But yeah, so this is done, and let's get going to building this amazing van. You're gonna wear your knee pads?
Yeah, I'm gonna put some tape on them so they don't slide everywhere.
Yeah, I'm better with my knees than you are.
It's true.
I believe. Yeah, this one is 50.
Okay.
And it's 18.
18 and a half.
So this is our luans for the walls. Jed is about to do a last cut. The sun is about to set. And then we're gonna take a shower, paint, and that will be it.